I'm sorry, guys. Let's do this right. What's good, people? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to NFL Thoughts. Excuse the hanger in the background. Nonetheless, how about them Cowboys? I know I should. Yeah, I should say that with more energy. But I'll be quite honest with you. It's been happening. Um, it's been just happening week by week. So be quite honest with you. Like it's just another day at the office. You know. So as far as what I know, anybody who had any concerns about whether CeeDee Lamb is a number one receiver, well, guess what? You can shut up right now because the dude had almost 100 yards today. He fell 3 yards shy, and he caught a touchdown pass for the second week in a row. What more does he got to prove to y'all? What does he need to go off against Jalen Ramsey next week? Because I know what y'all are gonna say. Y'all are gonna say, "Oh, he hasn't played up against a top-notch cornerback yet." I know that's what y'all are gonna say, but you weren't saying that when y'all weren't saying that when um, AJ Brown was going up against cornerbacks like the Lions. I don't even know what his name is. He's a nobody cornerback. Um, Vikings. I don't even know who their corner is. Redskins. Same boat. And then they went up against somebody else. But hey, AJ Brown, he's doing his thing. He's getting the job done. And guess what? That's what CeeDee Lamb has been doing as of late. Let's just backtrack here for a second. He caught 7 passes. Let's just backtrack here for a second. In the first game of the year, he caught 2 passes for 29 yards in the first game. He caught 7 passes for 75 yards in the second game against Cincinnati. He caught 8 passes for 87 yards and a touchdown against New York. Okay, so I had to get the Chromebook out because I actually forgot how many catches CeeDee Lamb had in this game, but basically he had 6 catches. All right, I remember he had 97 yards, and I obviously remember he caught a touchdown. But I forgot how many catches he had, but he had 6 catches for 97 yards and a touchdown. He averaged 6.2 yards per reception. And you know what? While we're on the topic of looking at players' statistics, let's look at the Commanders' stats, and then let's look at the Cowboys' stats. So first, we're gonna check team stats. The Commanders had 297 yards of total offense. We held them to under 300. And I'll be quite honest with you, when you can hold somebody to under 300 yards of total offense, you should give yourself a pat on the back as a defense. Speaking of giving yourself a pat on the back as a defense, the Washington Commanders, they actually did the Cowboys defense one better. They gave up 279 yards of total offense. Basically, the passing game literally was our best offensive production because Washington held us to 62 yards rushing. They held us to 8 fewer yards rushing than the Philadelphia Eagles had last week with 70. They had 72. Oh wait, okay, my fault. 10 fewer yards rushing. Defense, we did very well against the pass, 155 yards, including a lot of that coming in garbage time. But we did not do very well against the run. We gave up 142 yards rushing. Last week we gave somewhere around the same amount. I know we gave up a lot of yards, but we didn't give up a lot of points, that's for sure. This game, it was not that way. Commanders averaged 4.2 yards per play. We averaged 4.9 yards per play. They had 17 first downs versus our 15 first downs. They went 5 of 15 on third down, best third down defense in the league. We went 5 of 15 on third down, one of the worst offensive third down teams in the league. They ran 71 plays versus our 57. They allowed 2 sacks, we allowed 1. But don't let the 2 sacks that the only 2 sacks that we had fool you. Trust me, we were getting a lot of pressure on Carson Wentz all game long. So, trust me, the pressures outlie the sacks at the end of the day. And then the biggest difference in this football game was the Commanders having 11 penalties, 136 yards, and we only had 4 penalties, 20 yards. It's like as if the Commanders and the Cowboys switched bodies. It's like as if they switched because we're so used to the Cowboys being the ones that are always being killed by too many penalties, and the Commanders were the ones heading into this game who only had 12 through the first 3 games. So basically they were averaging 4 penalties per game, which is what we had in this game. So nonetheless, I see that we improved in the discipline factor. Let's go look at player stats. Carson Wentz completed 25 of 42 for $170, 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. I did predict, if you look down in the description box below to my previous video, you'll see that I predicted that we would get 2 takeaways today. Now, sadly, we did not do very well against the run, like I said. Antonio Gibson ran the ball 13 times for 49 yards. Jonathan Williams ran the ball 5 times for 48. J.D. McKissick ran the ball 8 times for 40 yards. And all of them had at least 3.8 yards average per carry. And in my opinion, if you can average at least 3.5 yards a carry, I feel like you had a decent day running the football. That's just me. Nonetheless, receiving, Jahan Dotson caught 3 passes for 43 yards and a touchdown. Curtis Samuel caught 4 for 38. Logan Thomas caught 5 for 19. And John Bates caught 4 for 19. But we're just going to bypass the rest of these guys. I just want to look at the ones that are the most important. Terry McLaurin only had 2 catches for 15 yards. He ran 17 routes against Trayvon Diggs and caught 1 pass for 6 yards. So y'all better put some respect on number 7's name and understand that this dude got way better than what he was last year in terms of his lockdown ability. And when you're locking up really good receivers like Terry McLaurin, then you deserve your respect. And add on top of that, he got an interception on Terry McLaurin as well. So, yeah, and start the game off. I didn't start the. I didn't get to. I turned the game on and I turned it on right on time because Neville Gilmore got a sack on Carson Wentz. That was the first sack of the day. And then Dante Fowler got a sack on Carson Wentz later on in the fourth. This pass rush is relentless, and people don't even know it. They don't even understand how relentless this pass rush really is. But, trust me, y'all are going to understand how relentless this pass rush is. Trust me. It's only a matter of time when this pass rush is really going to get on a roll and really are going to be unstoppable and unblockable. I'm not saying these guys are going to be the next 85 Bears, but they definitely, at some point at mid-season form, might look almost unblockable. Nonetheless, the Cowboys won today 25-10. My final score prediction once again was wrong. I just want one, I'm not going to lie, I just want one this year where I actually literally get the prediction correct. I was so close with the Bengals one because I predicted us to win 24-17, but we were only able to get the field goal to win the game 20-17. I'll take the win, but I was 4 points shy of my final score prediction. But nonetheless, we got the win. I predicted us to win 28-14. We won 25-10. So I guess you can say we definitely beat them in convincing fashion, even though for most of the game, Washington had a chance to win, for most of the game, and then defense kept on stopping the Commanders, and our offense decided, you know what, we've had enough of this crap, of putting our defense in situations where they have to literally make a stop every single drive that they get on the field. So they get on the field and drive down the field, and Cooper Rush throws a beauty down the middle of the field for CeeDee Lamb to give us our first double-digit lead of the game, up by 12. Then the defense creates another stop. Offense gets the ball back after Deron Bland picks off Carson Wentz, and we get a field goal out of it and make it a 15-point lead. At that point, I kind of knew it was over, but I didn't know it yet because I'm like, you know what? We've seen crazier things happen. Now, hopefully not to my team, but I don't want to get too relaxed and, assume that we have this game won. It was after, I'm not going to lie to you, it was after, that the 2-minute warning when I was like, you know what, it's official. We've won this game. We are now 3-1. Going to LA next week on Sunday. Gonna hop on the plane to LAX. So, and we got to get ready for that game. So, enjoy the game tonight, but we got to get ready for, I don't want to hear another thing about Washington. After today, all I want to be hearing about is the Los Angeles Rams and getting ready for them going out there to California. California knows how to party, and California knows how to party. Anyway, I'm going to stop and not embarrass myself like that ever again. But, so with that being said, we're 3-1. How about them Cowboys? How about CeeDee Lamb, number 1 receiver? What you guys supposedly say he's not. So, with that being said, that has been my time. And this is NFL Thoughts, out.